Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Local Government. Can the Minister update my community of Coober Pedy on the situation of the Coober Pedy Council currently under administration? And with your leave and that of the House, sir, I'll explain.
Leave is sought. Is leave granted?
Thank you. As we are aware, the Coober Pedy Council was placed under administration by the previous government, and during that time, not one of the 3 local government ministers or any other ministers visited Coober Pedy during that 4-year period to communicate on the administration progress to the community. The community would be appreciative of any progress made with regard to finalising the administration and getting back to an elected body.
The Minister for Local Government.
Thank you, sir, and I thank the member for Stewart for his question. And as a former local government minister, I know how passionate and particularly want to discuss today in response to his question just the extraordinary work that he was able to undertake in his couple of years as minister, and also thank the member for Giles for his advocacy on and for the Coober Pedy community. And it is worrying, sir, that the party that is allegedly stood up and set up and believes in the representation of regional communities just couldn't be bothered getting up to Coober Pedy. One of the most extraordinary... COVID. 2 years. 2 years before COVID. 2 years before COVID. And in the first weeks of me being the minister, where was I? I was in Coober Pedy. And now I appreciate, sir, that ministers from the former government were sort of preoccupied with other things.
Paperwork.
Travel routes, stopping ports in Kangaroo Island, all of those really important things. But notwithstanding that, sir, the Coober Pedy community knows that what they have and what they have to offer for our state is pretty extraordinary. They are one of the most amazing places in our state. The history of opal mining, their connections to First Nations communities, and also, sir, a really important service hub, not just for north into the APY lands, but also down to the Woomera area. And as we see defence and space industries continuing to gather speed in our state, the Coober Pedy community will play a critical role in supporting that. What I can commit to, sir, and what I can provide a high degree of assurance to the member for Stewart is that the Coober Pedy community will be out of administration next year. And, sir, if it wasn't for the really important work the member for Stewart undertook as minister, we would be much, much farther away from that resolution. If it was the trajectory and the efforts and the appetite of which the former government had, we'd still be sitting here with nothing to show for it. We certainly wouldn't have secured, thanks to the member for Stewart's advocacy, the $250,000 in the last state budget to deliver the service and assets review, which I've now received and the community of Coober Pedy have received. And this is a really important piece of work which goes directly to the resourcing and restructuring issues to ensure a sustainable financial future. Sir, the one thing that I will agree with the former government's approach on Coober Pedy is that it was right to put the Coober Pedy Council into administration. Poor governance, abysmal asset management, and a council that was on absolute breaking point. Sir, we have instituted as a government the Coober Pedy Task Force, which compromises senior representatives from the South Australian government agencies, including agencies responsible for or that have an interest in water and electricity services. And it's also examining options for the future delivery and governance of essential services. The work is now very mature, and very soon we will, as a government, in support with the member for Stewart and the member for Giles, be able to update the Coober Pedy community on their future, of which they have a bright and prosperous one. Fundamentally, sir, what I can say to the member for Stewart today is that this government will ensure that the water runs, that electricity continues to be powering this community, and that your council, sir, will be exiting administration next year. The best days of Coober Pedy are ahead of it, and thanks to the member for Stewart, that will be delivered.
The member for Flora.